Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on another SEC team, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Pat on the hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
A gain makes it second and medium. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. And now the running back's got it again. They bring him down, but he makes the 40-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Well, nice first down here by this running back. And what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Damian Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Rhett and Fred Taylor, just really talented running backs with the ability to take it to the house.
He'll hand it off. Gets into space at the 50. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the plus 47.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
On the ground, it's Leon. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Here comes a handoff. And the Soft were able to bring him down quickly. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Gators have first and 10 here. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Now, wasn't alert enough. Didn't get the play off. That'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. This is the 6th play on the drive. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
In college football today, the quarterbacks get rid of the ball often so fast that this is a great example for young players on the defensive line. If you can't get to the quarterback, watch their eyes and try to get your hands up so when the ball comes, you can knock it away.
Getting set. Here's second down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And now the defense able to bring him down. And the Gators looking to run some tempo here. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And the defense wraps him up quickly. Got about 5 yards on the completion, but now it's fourth down. Looking to throw yet again. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it. Enough for a first down. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
For the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
And they finally stop it at the 3. The offense really threatening now. On second and goal, they'll give him another chance. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution with championship pressure, Kirk.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional on how they worked their way down the field, and it pays off in the end.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And that gained enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48.
Well, it's a great completion here. Quarterback puts this ball on the money. And you talk about LSU and to talk about the history, it's easy to bring up Joe Burrow in 2019, but Chris, you've been following this as long as I have. You know that when LSU is really dangerous, they get consistent play from the quarterback. Doesn't have to be Burrow, but just a guy that can be efficient, be a good leader, and complement the running game. And right now you're starting to see that from this team. Good completion. Now, can you do it consistently? Because if you can, with the athletes they have around that position, they become a real threat.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Not able to connect. Incomplete.
Chris, I don't know if it's the hype of the national championship, the timing between the quarterback and his receivers, but they have not been able to get anything going at all here in the first half. And the problem is they're already down in this game. They've got to put the ball through the air and start hitting some passes, or there's no chance they come back and have a chance to win.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Trying for a fourth down completion. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Tackled inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone. LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Receiver makes the catch. They bring him down after a short gain there. No huddle now for the offense. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Touchdown, Tigers. Strong game by this quarterback. Here comes the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. That one sails out of the back of the end zone with the touchback. And the Florida offense retakes the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And there's the handoff. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, Chris, you think about over the years with the Gators and their offense, it's always about Steve Spurrier and spreading it out and fun and gun and attacking downfield. But I think these great Gator teams, they have an ability to do what we just saw right here. Pick up a first down on the ground, relying on an offensive line and their running back.
Handoff heading left. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Tries the right with a quick throw. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nice play action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Receiver in motion now. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. We stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
You set it down to the offense. 1st and 10. Back's got it again. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football. When everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football, this offense has been pounding the rock all year long. And here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
And they'll run it on the jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Boy, the offense goes with a jet sweep, and the defense is there. That is a tough play to defend, but give them credit for playing with discipline, especially with their eyes, not getting caught up, squeezing inside. They got to the outside and prevented that from being a big play.
Catch made on the out route. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
And the defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? They're going to run it. Tackled at the 1-yard line. Couldn't quite get in, but an excellent run. The Gators come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Florida. Who says you need explosive plays, Kirk? That was a long, winding scoring drive.
And think about this. This is a national championship, and you're able to execute like that against this quality of a defense. And that is a great job by the coordinator and the quarterback being in sync and putting together a heck of a drive.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's got it at the 15. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Folks, we hope you're enjoying this. The national championship game is all tied up. Buckle up now for the finish.
Man, this is everything you could hope for on this biggest stage in a national championship. Both these teams bringing their A game. I can't wait to sit back and see who wins it.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Gators offense retakes the field. We have a shootout developing here. Each offense scoring a touchdown in their last possession. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. and he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The linebacker shifting around now. And then first down, right back to the running game. Ball carrier running through tackles. An explosive play, big gain across midfield to the 42. Well, the big fella's Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
Gets some space around the 30. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. So that huge gain quickly sets up a first and goal just inside the 10. Toss play to the outside. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. The Gators hustle to the line to run the hurry up. And here's the handoff. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2. Ball sits at the 2-yard line for third and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators. And now the try here for the extra point. And knocked through the extra point. The lead is 7, 21-14. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn in the early going here. Both offenses scoring touchdowns their last possession. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Quick pressure. They've got him down for a sack.
Boy, good job here getting into the backfield and coming up with this sack here by the defensive line from the Florida Gators. And, Chris, you think about Florida, you think about defensive linemen, you think about an incredible history and legacy that they've had over the years. Start with Javon Curse, the freak, what he was able to do, and Kevin Carter, all the sacks he came up with. Dante Fowler, such speed off the edge. Even Derek Harvey, boy, he had an incredible year in 06 when the Gators won the national championship, and we're still seeing them dominate the line of scrimmage today.
Looking to make a big play downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
LSU getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quick throw caught on the left side. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to 36.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. The back's got it. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a 2nd down and 7. Offense in hurry-up mode. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? He's past the 30. At the 10 now. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Florida. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. They moved the ball in the last possession, but a devastating end of the drive, a pick 6. Can they recover from that right now? It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
And the freshman brings him down quickly. That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Nowhere to go here, and the ball is knocked loose. Defense recovers the fumble. It's a turnover.
Great play by the defender of knocking the ball away to give his defense a chance to recover the football. Man, the quarterback has to have that internal clock, that situational awareness, pocket awareness, kind of feel the pressure, and most importantly, when you feel it, take care of the football.
Catch made on the right side. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, get the ball in his hands, you do it.
And the Gators are in the red zone. Here comes a first down pass attempt. The pocket breaking down. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Incomplete, so it's second down and 10. From the shotgun, it's a handoff.
Chris, it's the consistency of this pack is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Crucial. Third down coming up in the red zone. Can he keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Third down, out of the shotgun. He'll try a pass here. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's first and goal from the 2. The Gators will come to the line to crank up the tempo. First and goal, handoff. Nowhere to run up the middle. Second and goal for the offense. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Touchdown, Gators. Still no answer with this offense.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. They're in a hole here before they have a chance to regroup at halftime. Let's see if they can cut into this big lead. Catch made by the tight end. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking right. This one caught. Really solid first down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot. A timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. An empty backfield on second and short. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Checks this down to the running back. They've got him, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking for his big tight end. The freshman with a little too much air under that one.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, it's going to cost you.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Fires it to the wideout. He makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And they finally stop him down at the 5. Solid gain on that catch and run. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. That's a crucial score for the offense. Chipping away, Kirk, just trying to stay in this game here.
It's too early to see if this touchdown is going to change the momentum and allow them to cut down into the lead even further. But if you're this head coach, you tell your team, let's just keep chipping away.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from near the goal line. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Keeping it on the ground here. And the game will pick up the first down. Tackled at the 22. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. It's an out route. The catch made. Breaks loose at the 40. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to begin the second half. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. They bring him down, but what an explosive play.
Chris, is it possible to be DBU and wide receiver U at the same time? I think the LSU fans think it's possible. They always seem to have great defensive backs, and they always have pass catchers that just show up and show out week after week, year after year.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, we're going to throw it. He eludes the rush. Well, he escaped one tackler, couldn't escape the rest. They've got him for a sack.
Boy, how fortunate is the Florida defensive coordinator when you can rely on speed and quickness like this on the defensive line. No need to blitz. You don't have to bring those linebackers when you have the tradition and speed and excellence in a defensive line like these Florida Gators have.
Third down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. Steps out after a solid gain on third and long, but not enough for a first. It's going to be fourth down here. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. This one falls incomplete. The defense makes a fourth down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The defense showing blitz here. They'll run it here. He stopped just short of that first down marker, inches away from it. The Gators will crank up the tempo. Takes the handoff again. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 45. Out of bounds after another huge chunk on the ground. What a job by this offensive line today. The Gators pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards here on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. Looking to throw for the first down. Catch made on the out route. They get him, but what a spin move. That's one for the highlight reel.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game, they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield. But it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive. Someone moved just a bit too early. It'll cost him 5 yards. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the second down play. Now here's the toss play. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, setting the edge, a lot of times you'll rely on that offensive tackle to do the job at the line of scrimmage. Sometimes it's a tight end or maybe the H-back. But someone has got to set the edge of the line of scrimmage to give them a spot to go. If you're not able to do that, you're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Defense stops him short of the marker. So now it's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. And the field goal is good. And that will extend their lead even further. After adding 3 more points to the lead, they're set to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. The last possession, they were stopped on a 4th down try. Can they get something going here? Lofting it toward the left sideline. And the pass is dropped incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball. 2nd down after that previous play. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. 1st down here for this offense.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship.
And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Intercepted in the end zone. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Just a great job of anticipating that and coming up with a big interception by this defense. Because they have this lead, they've really forced this offense to become one-dimensional. They're expecting the ball to be into the air. Defensive backs have their eyes on the ball, and they're able to capitalize with a big pick here in the national title.
And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. They'd love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. They'll test the right side here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Royer. Well executed. He finds space and gets the 1st down yardage.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
A completion good for a 1st down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. On the run, it's Klein.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's that defense shifting again. And now the running back's got it again. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down. 3rd down play, looking for a fresh set of downs.
LSU 21.
That's a design quarterback keeper. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
Boy, just a blown opportunity here by this defense. They got him to third down, a chance to potentially get them off the field. And the fact that they're trailing, they needed to make a play. You got to give credit to this offense. In the national championship, that big offensive line opened up a hole, and they pick up the first down and keep working clock.
The Gators pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. They get him down, but not before he gets to the plus 38.
Well, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the fourth quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
Brought down after the nice spin move. Just a small gain by the offense. Important second down play coming up. Looking for a gap. It's Klein. And tackled after a small pickup there. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. There's the handoff. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
And now the handoff. And they stop him at the 4 after an excellent run.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Gators line up with a first and goal. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Handoff to the receiver on first and goal. Going to try to run inside, but nowhere to go.
Discipline, discipline, discipline. That's the key to this defense right now. Great job against the jet sweep of staying out wide and not giving that receiver much room at all.
Second down and goal. Obvious false start there, moving too early. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Second down and goal upcoming. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Third and goal, looking to throw for it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is knocked loose. They retain possession, but that's a huge loss.
Well, just like running backs, quarterbacks have got to do a better job of having awareness and taking care of the football. I felt like he got the ball away from his body there a little bit, allowing it to be knocked free. He caught a break because one of his own teammates was able to see that and get on top of the ball.
And it's good right down the middle. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And that Lsu Bengals offense is back out on the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. Fires it to the wideout. He's picked for a third time tonight. Look out, he's got some space. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First and goal here for the offense. They're going to run it here. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, how fitting for him to get another nice carry here, because it's been that kind of game in the national title. We knew coming in that he was going to be showcased. I didn't think he would have this kind of performance on this big of a stage, but he has, and a big reason why they're going to win this national title.
On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, these obvious running situations are very tough when you're working with the lead late in the game, because you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage, make it as difficult as possible for you to run the football. So nice job there by the defense. They're trying to punch that ball out, do anything they can at all to get the ball.
Touchdown, Florida. And this one is getting ugly. Well, they began with great field position, and that didn't take long at all, Kurt.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an opportunity. Your defense sets you up in great field position. You're not looking for a field goal. You're looking for a touchdown. Give the credit to this offense for being aggressive and punching it in.
But they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff teams on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he's tackled after the catch. Pass caught, second down now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down. Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency.
Man, after all these interceptions today, this guy stands in there and makes this throw downfield. I love to see what he...
Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight.
Oh, man, Chris, I really thought this offense had a chance to get back into this game. The only thing you'd hate to see is the interception. But give credit to the defense. They come up with a big play that potentially ices the game.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Solid game, moves the ball to the 37.
Another positive gain by this back. I tell you, between the offensive line sustaining blocks and this back's vision and ability to explode into that second level of this defense, this guy is having a monster day in the biggest stage of all in the national championship.
and the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield of the 48.
What a shock, right? I mean, this guy once again gets his hands on the football, and great things seems to happen. He's over 120 yards on the day, and it's really been a combination of his vision and speed, along with really dominant offensive line play.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll switch it up, looking to throw. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone, but the officials signaling out of bounds. A huge break for the offense.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Using his legs here. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down. The Gators come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. That's caught. It's Royer. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage. The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw now on first down. He's moving out of the pocket now. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Man, I hate to sit up here and second guess the play caller, but why would you be throwing the football with the lead and we're under 3 minutes to go in the national championship? Now you give your opponent a real shot to get right back into the game. Yikes.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The freshman's able to get home with a sack.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
Those big guys up front will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? And that'll do it. We have a national champion.